So that's what we're discussing. Is Akhilesh Yadav a disappointment, or are we expecting too much too soon? Our guest this evening, joining us in studio, legal cell head of the Samajwadi Party, Gaurav Bhatia. We also have of the BSP Lok Sabha MP Vijay Bahadur Singh joining us from Allahabad. From Mumbai, commentator, we have Rashida Bhagat, who's of Hindu Business Line. Gaurav, if I can start with you. When the campaign was going on, Akhilesh was feted by the media because he sacked Mohan Singh for even suggesting that he would take DP Yadav back into the Samajwadi Party. And then we see this week Mukhtar Ansari coming for a lunch even though he was supposed to be in jail. What's happening there?
I just saw the headline was that are there too many expectations from the Chief Minister of UP? I would say to have expectations is very good, and he is fulfilling those expectations, because things that have been pointed out, I'll take them one by one. But before that, I think the party manifesto that was released, and that actually affected more than 20 crores population of UP. And if you see, during the budget, the first sincere effort from the Chief Minister was that each and every segment of society was kept in mind, and the manifesto was kept in mind, and then that was implemented.
These are the things which have made news. I told you how everyone celebrated him for even suggesting or sacking Mohan Singh at that time. Mohan Singh is now back in your party. But
Mohan Singh, sir, I would say is a very senior leader of our party. He was never sacked from the party.
I'm just saying that Akhilesh was congratulated, and everyone said this is a new kind of politics, new face for Samajwadi Party, and yet we see those criminals coming for a lunch that happened this week at the Chief Minister's house when they were supposed to be in jail. So why is Akhilesh Yadav doing this? So many wrong decisions.
On those two persons coming to the lunch, I would say that it needs to be looked into, and I'm sure that such an incident should not happen, because it was an official lunch meant for the presidential candidate, and these two persons who have been just allowed to visit the assembly should be kept to the assembly.
Yes.
But yes, if there is something, it needs to be looked into, and I'm sure with the Chief Minister there, it would be looked into. Talking about the decision of allowing the MLAs to use their funds, the purpose and the rationale behind it needs to be seen. It was not as if all the 400 or the 500 MLAs and MLCs would be given a 20 lakh vehicle.
No,
it was only meant for the purpose that if there is an MLA who cannot actually cover the constituency, then he can utilize that fund.
No, but
and the best part, please permit me to speak.
Okay.
I think, a leader can make decisions, and people are sometimes shy of, reversing them if they feel that the decision is not right. But I think it's a very encouraging sign from our young Chief Minister that if he feels that a decision has been taken which has not been accepted or welcomed by the common man and is not right, he reverses it.
Okay.
What is the harm in doing that?
Mr.
I think it is a very good sign.
Fine. Vijay Bahadur Singh ji, here we have Gaurav Bhatia saying that the fact that the Chief Minister took some of those wrong, well, that particular one about the car, he reversed it immediately the next day, makes it okay. Do you think so?
No, that there is not very big issue about it. The question is if the government feels that decision is not being appreciated by the large section of society, taking back is nothing wrong. The whole thing is that the development agenda in the state should be set in motion. The common people should start feeling that there is some government which is looking after their interest for water, irrigation, roads, education and medical.
And is he doing
so
that?
They are the real issues.
Is he doing that, sir? Is he looking at the real issues?
We understand that the honeymoon is likely to being over. We are still sitting with a cross hands, but the feeling and the message has not come across.
Rashida Bhagat, we've heard Vijay Bahadur Singh use this term, honeymoon is over. Do you think it really is, or is this? Do you think the people are disillusioned already? It's been 100 days.
I think the people of India, UP in particular, are very forgiven people. The honeymoon is certainly over. It's nearly 4 months. And let's not forget that Akhilesh came to power with so much of expectations. The youth of UP, the women of UP voted for him. And what has he done? Look at the tweets that you read out of Mayawati, the Supreme Court quashing the case. There is so much of skepticism in the country. I don't think people of India are in a mood to give too much of time to politicians. The reasons for which Akhilesh came to power: he was young, he was educated, he was son of the soil, so he could take on Rahul Gandhi. But what has he done in 4 months? 4 months is quite some time. Okay, you can say we are in a hurry, but no, he hasn't done anything at all. The law and order situation, for which, SP has had a bad record and for which it lost power in UP. What's happening on that front? I don't think so that he has delivered anything at all.
One particular thing I wanted to ask you is, when he came, everyone was very excited, and there were lots of editorials written about the fact that he's young, so he's going to bring these new ideas to Samajwadi Party, to politics in general. Have you seen any sign of those new ideas?
Absolutely not. When you say so many people wrote, I was one of I plead guilty on that count too. We all thought that he was young, educated, understated. What one liked about him was he was not shrill in his, campaigns against Mayawati. But also, I wonder if there is some sabotage happening within his own party. Mulayam Singh is, there breathing down his neck, doing backseat driving. His own uncle is having his own agenda. Then Azam Khan, the Muslim face of the party, has his own agenda. So I don't know, from too many counts, I think Akhilesh has been kind of girawed. But he has to find his own voice, he has to find his own feet,
yes,
which he's not doing.
It's interesting.
Bureaucrats in UP tell me that he's not assertive enough.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.